The Rambler Network.
The following contains content some may find disturbing. Listener discretion advised. Welcome to the Pacific Coast, where the vast and serene holds more secrets than you could ever imagine. From ghost ships adrift in the fog to unsolved disappearances, we explore the mysteries that lurk along the shore. Join us as we unravel the enigmas that are oddly Pacific. The city never truly sleeps. Even in the dead of night, Los Angeles hums. A restless beast made of neon signs, drifting smoke, and the endless rhythm of footsteps against cracked sidewalks. But on a cold January morning in 1947, the city awoke to something else, something darker. A woman's body posed in a way that could have only been deliberate, cut in two, a smile carved on her face. This is the story of Elizabeth Short, and the murder that turned her into an icon of horror. Elizabeth Short wasn't born to be infamous. She was born in Boston in 1924. The third of 5 daughters, friends and family called her Betty or Beth. Her early life was marked by instability. Her father abandoned the family during the Depression, leaving her mother to raise the girls alone. Elizabeth, sickly as a child, underwent lung surgery that left her fragile, but it also gave her a taste for warm climates. She would spend winters in Florida, chasing better health and sunshine. Like so many young women in the 1940s, Elizabeth dreamed of Hollywood, of the silver screen. She wanted to escape the shadows of her childhood and step into the glow of stardom. Those who knew her remembered her striking beauty. Dark hair, pale skin. She had a flair for fashion, often dressing in black, which earned her the nickname that would later become a curse, the Black Dahlia. But Los Angeles is a city that feeds on dreamers, and for Elizabeth Short, the dream never came true. January 15th, 1947, South Los Angeles. A mother walking with her child spots something in a vacant lot. At first, she thinks it's a discarded mannequin, but it wasn't. Pro tip, it's never a mannequin. The body was Elizabeth Short. Her body had been cut cleanly in half at the waist. Both sections were carefully placed just a few feet apart, her hands raised above her head as though posed. The skin had been washed, leaving her bloodless and ghostly white. The killer mutilated her. Her mouth was sliced wide from ear to ear, leaving a grotesque smile carved into her face. Her thighs and breast had been slashed. Portions of her flesh were missing entirely, as though taken as trophies. The killer had left her eyes open, staring blankly at the morning sky. The press swarmed instantly. They dubbed her the Black Dahlia after the popular noir film of the time, The Blue Dahlia. The name stuck, fusing Elizabeth Short the person with Elizabeth Short the myth. Police were overwhelmed. Hundreds of false confessions poured in. Suspects ranged from doctors to actors to mobsters, even to an LAPD officer. But no one was ever charged. The coroner's report revealed more horrors. Elizabeth had been tortured before her death. Rope marks were found on her wrists and ankles, evidence that she had been bound. Bruises showed she had been beaten. She had endured cuts and mutilations while still alive, her body carved into long before the final act. Her body was drained of blood, scrubbed clean, and dissected with surgical precision. Whoever did this had medical knowledge, or the steady hands of someone used to cutting flesh. Detectives described the crime scene as almost theatrical, a performance of violence, a killer staging their work like an exhibit. Elizabeth Short's death became bigger than her life. The brutality of the murder electrified the press. The photographs, mercifully never printed in full detail, spread among police and reporters, fueling whispers of how bad it really was. Elizabeth Short wasn't mourned in the papers, but instead was sensationalized. Reporters painted her as a wayward woman, a temptress, a failed actress whose end was somehow inevitable. The violence done to her body became entertainment, and in that transformation, the person she truly was, her laughter, her ambitions, her fragile health, her dreams of love, was buried beneath the horror. Her family was left to grieve under the crushing weight of spectacle. Her mother learned of her daughter's death from a reporter who tricked her into giving details about Elizabeth's life before breaking the news. The murder shaped Los Angeles, too. It became the blueprint for noir itself, the dark underbelly of the city exposed in a single crime. A reminder that beneath the glamour, the city was built in shadows. Nearly 80 years later, Elizabeth Short's murder remains unsolved. Theories abound, ranging from a jilted lover to a sadistic surgeon to conspiracy theories involving Hollywood elites. But no arrest ever came, no justice. And that's why her story endures, not just because of how she died, but because of who she was. A young woman who wanted to be seen, and in the cruelest way imaginable, she was. Even now, Los Angeles hums with her ghost. Every vacant lot, every whisper of the past, every neon flicker on a rain-slicked street carries the memory of the Black Dahlia. And like the city itself, her mystery refuses to rest. It remains oddly Pacific. If you have any theories or thoughts on this or any other story I cover, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out on social media at Rambler Network on Instagram and X, or visit ramblernetwork.com. Intro and outro music is Oceanus by Flat Sound Works from pixabay.com.
The Rambler Network.